Welcome back to Dead Rising. We're in the overtime mode, and we're looking for queens. Just like any other Friday night for me, I'm looking for a queen. We're going to head out and chop some zombies. This is probably going to be a little boring. Not sure what to talk about. We got a lot of snow yesterday, and I expected this to be a real problem. But it's about 55 degrees right now, so everything's melting off pretty well. Hopefully that's it for snow. I have to drive a lot for my job, and I often end up driving, 4, 5, 6 hours in the snow sometimes, which can be really, really unpleasant. Not seeing any queens is a little bit of a problem. I guess we'll take the motorcycle, it'll be quicker. Yeah, so hopefully snow is done for the year. I don't mind the cold, I prefer the cold even. But the snow I could live without. I have to drive a lot, and it's a real hassle. And my goodness, people do not know how to drive. Like I said, I drive not for a living per se. Can we go through here? I mean, she did when she was attacking us. There's a queen. Oh, also a soldier, apparently. I mean, I wouldn't say I drive for a living exactly, but I do drive a lot, and I'm aware of just how terrible other drivers are. People who drive in the snow with their high beams on, people who drive a big truck and get behind a little sedan with their headlights coming right in the back window, tailgating me. Because people assume that, hey, my SUV can go 55 miles an hour in this slush and snow, so why can't your sedan? And it often leads to a lot of people tailgating. Generally not very good. If you are driving in the snow, maybe show a little respect to vehicles that are going to have a harder time with things. Where is this corridor? So yeah, in general, respect each other, and life gets a little better. Okay, it's up here. So what else is going on? There's not a lot going on. I believe, well, no, I was going to say video game news, but there's really nothing. We talked a little bit about Crackdown 3 already being, at least for me, a real disappointment. I haven't checked the reviews, but I'm willing to bet, probably like a 60 out of 100, I would think. Like, it's passable. It's not unplayable. Can I not give these to you? How do I give these to you? There you go. I gotta give them one at a time. And she has a long animation attached. Yes, one's not. I know. I have a bunch more for you. There you go. Please don't tell me two's not enough. Okay. Please stop and just accept these items from me. That's not enough. I still need more. So I don't think there's any other real video game news. There's nothing I'm excited about. I would really like to be playing Resident Evil 2 right now. The re-release or remaster, or I guess it's its own game. It is different in a lot of ways from the original. That came out a couple weeks ago now, probably 3 weeks ago, and I'd love to be playing that. The problem is that I'm a brand new YouTube channel, so every penny that I spend on the channel is, I'm not currently making any money, and I don't expect to make any money for several months, if not maybe even a year or two, before I would be earning any money. So for me to go out and spend $60 on a brand new game, yes, it's for the channel. Yes, it is, I could make the argument that it's good of me to do that, but at the same time, it's a huge expenditure for really nothing but content in return. And I already have many games that I could be playing. If I'm going to buy something to play on the channel, it's going to be like a $10 old game, like I said, I bought Soten recently, Symphony of the Night recently, and I thought that would be a fun game to play on the channel because I've never played it before. And then I'm also planning to buy the original Condemned, which isn't, I mean, obviously that and Soten are not zombie games, but they both have elements of zombie games. You know, in Condemned you're dealing with really drugged out, crazy people, which you could make a strong argument that that's basically what a zombie is just a really crazy, you know, primal kind of human being. Oh, what do we want to do here? I think we're gonna head back to Paradise Plaza because we can make more of these juices, and we'll be collecting queens along the way and also drinking the juices as necessary, which will give us additional queens. So this is going to be a little bit of a grindy episode, but we've already given her 3 and we have 2 in our inventory, so we're doing pretty good. I remember this taking me a long time when I originally played it because I didn't know the juices could be used to gather queens. Should have brought the motorcycle. That would have been the smart play here instead of hoofing it. In fact, we want to go through the shortcut. We don't want to go all the way back. So I can't really justify spending $60, you know, when I'm basically getting nothing in return, but, you know, a couple episodes, probably. Like, I mean, it was originally a pretty longish game anyway, and, you know, nowadays the Resident Evil games have shot to be, you know, quite a few hours to play through, so presumably it would be, you know, 25 or 30 hours worth of content. I just can't bring myself to justify that expenditure. Not right now, maybe in the future. Even though I'm sure I would get a lot more views recording something much more recent than this. Grab it, Frank. Oh, gonna get shot. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I have no weapons. Oh, that's not good. Yep, please don't. Please don't. That one didn't give me a queen. I don't know why. So what else is going on? I feel like you shouldn't talk about political things on a YouTube channel, but I keep a close eye on politics. I watch a lot of the news, and then when I'm driving, I listen to news podcasts. Hello everyone, this is me during the edit portion of the video. Unfortunately, I went on a bit of a rant in this episode about some political topics that are maybe not the best thing when you're just a video game YouTuber. So rather than leave in my political opinions, which would surely cause some people to have a problem with me, I'm going to edit all of that out. I don't believe anything interesting happens here, so we'll probably just skip ahead to the next section. If not, we will have some jumpy cuts, and I do apologize for that. We didn't need that. Didn't need to top up that. There's a queen. How many do we have? I'm hesitant to drop any more health items. I think we're gonna go... No! Oh, and they're the glowy worms too. So they'll jump at you and hurt you. Perfect. Larva and the queen. Oh, the queen is dead. Well, that's a bummer. Lost one of our precious resources. We're gonna go back and return these to Isabela, because I'm kind of having a full inventory problem. Finally managed to extract a bit of hormone. It's just about getting enough of it together. Another 5 queens. Yep, well, I've got 3 more, I think. I wish this animation didn't happen and the text didn't happen, because they probably should have assumed you would collect a bunch of them at a time and not bring them back one by one. I don't have the time now, but with proper research, I could be able to make some sort of anti-zombie vaccine. There's hope if we can make it out of here. Well, I know what happens in the second game, so I'm pretty sure we're good. What terrible mouth animations. I need you to bring a few more back. Yeah. Yep, doing all the grunt work. Doing all the grunt work. What else? I recently watched The Bird Box, which, I'm supposed to be looking for queens. Were any of you queens? Recently watched The Bird Box, or whatever that movie's called. Sandy B and Malkovich and a bunch of... actually, I think B.D. Wong is in that. Like, there's quite a few actors in that movie who are high caliber. Yeah, it was passable. It was, you know, there are a lot of little holes in it that, you know, as a writer, I'm kind of like, oh, well, that doesn't really make sense, but okay. Like, the whole point of it's a bird box, right? That's the name of the film. The birds do literally nothing in that movie. Like, they keep them to alert them to the presence of... I guess this is minor spoilers. So if you want to watch... you know what? We're not going to get into it. I don't want to give spoilers. But I just thought the name of the movie doesn't really fit the movie itself. Didn't need to eat that, apparently. I thought it was okay. I thought some of the acting was over the top. I thought some of the moments are silly. You know, if nothing else, at this point, you're probably aware of the meme, right? The Bird Box Challenge, you know, trying to do things blindfolded. And I don't know. I just look at stuff like that and I think, is that what we're doing now as a society? Are we blindfolding ourselves? What was it? I think Jake Paul tried to drive a car blindfolded. Is that really what content is supposed to be? I mean, no disrespect necessarily. He obviously, you know, has a pretty good grasp on the platform, but I just doesn't appeal to me. I watched that and I think, well, I mean, I don't watch that, but I saw references to it, and I just thought, like, okay, well, that's a good thing to teach kids to do, you know. I would much rather teach children how to properly survive the zombie apocalypse if I had to pick a particular thing to harp on. There's no zombies in here. No, thank you. This at least will refresh the zone. That looks like one. It wasn't. So let's, I think we need 2 more. Please don't. Guess we'll grab another one of those. I'd rather have a katana. It seemed a little bit easier to wrangle. What clothes? Oh, no. Frank. So you can change his hairstyle. I didn't know that. We're going to put it back because that's hideous. Might as well grab all of those and then we'll drop them as necessary. Oh, don't do that. I don't see any. Let's drink a... Oh, we only have 2 left. Really? Please stop. Yeah, there's a big... After the second swing, there's a big animation that slows you down. That maybe is one. I don't think it is. Please don't. Thank you. There, we leveled up. Attack up is probably pretty handy. We're getting towards the end of the game now, and I don't remember I vaguely remember the final fight, and I'm pretty sure attack is going to be really, really important. Are you one? Nope. Oh, just going to leave him behind. Still have not found any queens. This has been a real bummer. I might end up editing a lot of this out just to make the to make this a little smoother. Also recently watched The Predator, I think is the name of the new one. What I should say is I watched about half of it and was so like just bummed out by how terrible the acting was that I bailed. I'm gonna head back to Paradise Plaza to mix up some drinks and just try to drink them into existence. Plus I figured traveling we'll bump into some more. Yeah, The Predator, not good. The main guy, I can't think of his name. He's from This Is Us. Let me look. He's the guy from This Is Us, Sterling K. Brown. He's one of those characters, like in the movie he's chewing nicotine gum, and so I don't know what you know about films and writing, but writers generally use things like that to indicate personality traits. So they're really trying to hammer home, like, oh, this guy is a tough guy. He's trying to quit smoking. You know, he's one of those no nonsense whatever. But every 5 seconds, he's popping a new piece of nicotine gum in his mouth. And I don't know if you've ever chewed nicotine gum. You're supposed to chew it, like, not very often because it has a really high dose of nicotine in it. I mean, not really high, like, but you're not going to want to be, you know, chewing it like you're popping a piece of fruit stripe in your mouth. It's very different, you know. And so they tried really hard to hammer home, like, oh, this character is quitting smoking. And it's like, well, he should probably adhere to the rules. And then every single line that he had was just over the top, acting entirely too hard. Really wish these would not spawn out of reach, because I think that's really, really shitty. Please come down here. Oh, nope. Why would you even put the animation in if it's not going to grab the queen? Thank you. Nope. Gonna mix up just a couple more drinks to take with us. Gonna go ahead and drop this busted one. Yeah, he overacted every single line, and the whole time I watched it, I was just like so unhappy with his character. And then you throw in there, Keegan-Michael Key, who's a funny guy, and what's his name from Deep Blue Sea? Thomas Jane? Is that his name? He was the main guy. He played the one cop in the Expanse TV show, which I didn't much care for, but he played, starts with an H. I can't think of his name. But so they had some guys in there who, you know, aren't necessarily huge name actors. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Keegan-Michael Key, but like, he hasn't had a real starring role. And they really forced some not so funny moments, like where they tried to make it funny and it isn't really funny, and it just comes across as ridiculous because they wouldn't really do that in an alien invasion. I don't know. I might even cut all this out. I just didn't care. So The Predator, just didn't care for it. Thought it was pretty bad. Thought the writing was terrible. Thought a lot of the acting was over the top, and I can't tell if it was intentional or not. I feel like if you made a Predator movie with a more serious tone, it would do extremely well. If you look at the Aliens franchise, which is the other, so the Predator and the Aliens franchise are really the only movies that spring to mind when I think of truly original creature design. And so I think they have a lot going for them, and they have these historically, very popular films. I mean, they're a little cult, don't get me wrong, but they're very popular. And I feel like if you approached it with a more serious tone instead of a cartoony, goofy, attitude, I think you would do extremely well. I think that Predators, which came out, I think, in '08, was actually like a substantially better movie. It had some bad acting, and the plot was a little silly, but at the end of the day, it was a more serious take. I think Predators was a more serious take. There were bad moments, but I do think that maybe not a good movie, but I like it. And it's one of those things that sometimes when it's, 2 in the morning and you're looking for something to watch, I think it's a solid movie to watch.
You're gonna inject me with that, huh? Okay, Doc. Let's get this over with. At least I won't have to worry about turning into one of them for a while. Okay. Next on the agenda. Figure out a way to get the hell out of here.
While I was isolating the hormone, I managed to identify a pheromone that suppresses the attack instinct in adult parasites. In other words, the zombies don't like the way it smells. If you give me a little more time, I should be able to produce some of this pheromone.
They think it smells bad? You think we could use something like that to keep them away from us? We could just walk right past them and get out of here.
In theory, yes. Either way, it's certainly better than nothing.
There was a cave. Outside, where the helicopter crashed. It was packed with zombies, I mean shoulder to shoulder. But it may lead somewhere outside. If it works, your anti-zombie perfume, it could keep us safe in that cave. What do you say? You ready to get the hell out of here?
There won't be enough of this pheromone to waste it on experiments. We'll only have enough to use it once.
Whatever you say.
So we're just gonna hoof it through there. Because she's still infectable, right?
Considering how many of them keep pouring out of here, it must be connected to something. Isabela, look. Any other way out of here is guarded by the military.
So is this. Where's the chopper?
If we're gonna get out of here and put a stop to Carlito's plan, we've got to go in there. It's the only way. It's not like we're unarmed. We got your smelly perfume, don't we? I wouldn't be alive right now if your shot hadn't worked.
You don't know that.
The perfume's gonna work too.
You also don't know that.
I know it.
All right. Let's go.
Yeah.
So how much you want to bet zombies still grab me every 8 seconds despite all this? Oh, there's a save point. What was that animation? It looked like the urinal animation? I don't... So... Oh, it does. It seems to be like literally repelling them. Can you go? Oh, I can hold your hand. Wish I'd have equipped myself better for this. And I wish holding hands on stairs worked. Okay, this is pretty neat. Where are we going? Not that way, I guess. Please don't release my hand. Oh, not this way either, huh? No turning radius. Okay, I need you to stand still, please. So, over here. Ooh. Well, what? Oh, well, of course, because why would anything be easy? And you're going to give me nothing but rocks to work with. Can I just hang out on top of them? Nope. Okay. So stupid that they would make that a mechanic. Well, I probably ought to grab weapons as I can. Man, it's loud down here. Please stop moving. You're protected. Why are you even attacking them? Oh my God, please. Please stop releasing my hand. Oh my God. Right to the ground. Let's just go a little slower. I'll edit it out if I have to. If she would stop moving, it would be great. Good Lord, that's frustrating. Please stop. Please stop. Climb on them and just walk around. And just bide your time. Of course. Yep. Probably gonna edit some of that out.
Are you sure this was a good idea?
Nope.
Guards here, too. If we can get that gate open, they'll be too busy dealing with zombies to notice us slip by.
Wait. The pheromone is starting to wear off. It's only strong enough to cover one of us.
How would you know that?
What are you...
All right, hang on tight, okay? Once we're out, let's see if we can't steal ourselves that set of wheels.
Can I get a save, please? Thank you. I think that's where we're going to call this one. It might be a shorter episode, but we're going to call it there because I'm just not sure how long the episode will be, but that's okay because we're approaching that 40+ minute mark. So I'm going to call this one here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.